Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Remark here, and I'm back with another figure review. Today I have another Marvel Legends figure for you. This is from the Ultron Build-A-Figure wave. This is Giant Man. It's a really nice figure. I'm glad to have him in my collection. It looks really cool with the other comic book versions of characters that I've gotten over the past few months. We'll show you a quick look at the packaging, and then we'll get on to the figure. Pretty standard. We got Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Giant Man, Hasbro logo. Got the bubble, got the Marvel Ant-Man logo, and the Ant logo there. Build-A-Figure Collection Ultron. Cool artwork on the side here, showing the many ants just scurrying towards camera. And here we have look at the other characters in this wave. I've already reviewed the Wasp figure and the Ant-Man figure, so if you're interested in those, go on my channel, check those out. Here we have the completed Ultron figure, should you collect all 6 parts. Cool image of the figure itself. And a little mini bio. Giant Man, from 60-foot Goliath to insect-sized hero, Henry Pym has unlocked power that will change the world. So, very cool. Nice figure. Okay. A lot of the figures in this wave wasn't super excited for, but I think this one just really looks nice. It looks very superhero-y to me. I don't know if that's a real world, but I'm going with it. Very cool. Very basic paint scheme, similar to the other Ant-Man figures that we've gotten. You know, red and black. Only it's more red dominated than black, but it's nicely sculpted and painted. The paint work, it's very simple. There aren't like paint variations too much on this. It's very basic, but it looks more comic booky, cartoony looking. You know, I envision like if there were an animated cartoon with Ant-Man, or this version of Ant-Man, or Giant Man rather, and that this is maybe what it would look like at this point. But I like it. I like the way it looks. You know, sometimes, you know, you get the paint variations, it's nice, but it's not a big deal. I like the way the black lines and the circles came out. They look very clean. I don't see too much mishaps with paint splotches, anything like that. Again, with Marvel Legends figures, it's always good if you can find more than one on the pegs. Look through, try and get one with the clean paint apps. And we have the belt here, which is all just painted on, and we have these 2 circles, kind of like a goldish paint. That's the only other color we get it with this guy. It's just painted on. There's no, like, not sculpted detail or anything like that. And then we got the head sculpt, which I really like. I love the way the chin looks and like the eyes. It just really looks well. I like the skin tone on this. Also, the antenna on the head here. Now, when this was in the package, it was kind of like smushed down. And if you just kind of like stretch it out a little, play it around with it, it'll stand up and come out a little bit more. So that looks a lot better than what it did before. It's not like a real brittle plastic. It's a rubbery plastic that'll move around, but it's not so super flimsy that it just feels like it won't hold up at all. I like that. So overall, really well painted, and the sculpting is nice. Again, I just love the way this looks. I think I like this more than the regular Ant-Man. This is, you know, I think it's a cool costume. Again, it looks very superhero-y. Again, that's just my thinking there. Articulation on this guy is really good. The head is on a nice ball joint, so you got left and right, you got up and down movement. He's got that hinge so he could really look down. He looks up a fair amount. Okay, arms are on a nice ball joint, so they go up and nice and tight. You could hear them clicking there, and forward and back. You have the upper bicep swivel. You got joints, double hinge joints at the elbows. The nice swivel and hinge joints at the wrists. And you got the ab crunch, which goes back okay, but really goes forward nice. So that's good movement there. And there's a waist swivel. Really, so you can hear the clicking. It really locks into place. So that's really good. The thighs move out a decent amount. The legs move forward and back. Really good. It's good range of movement there. You have the upper thigh swivel, which is really tight on this guy. Double hinge joints at the knees, hinge joints at the ankles, and you do have the ankle pivot. So overall, really great articulation. And you just gotta get the legs positioned right, and he does stand. He can have a little bit of problem standing with this guy. That's the one problem with this guy, the one gripe really with this figure is his slight problems getting him to stand, but you just got to get the legs positioned properly. Now, one thing I like is just to bring into comparison the three figures that we've gotten. So we have the Eric O'Grady Ant-Man, we have Giant Man, and then the movie version, which I think is really cool. You put them, they look really neat standing side by side, and you can kind of position them like that because they're three different characters. You have, like I said, we have Eric O'Grady, we have Scott Lang, and we have Hank Pym. So I think that's really neat that all within this wave, and this, of course, being the Walgreens exclusive, we got all three versions of people that have been Ant-Man. This being, of course, Giant Man, but still, I think that's really cool that you can have three different versions and all three characters represented here. So get those out of the way. But overall, I like this look the best. That's just a personal thing. One thing, like with the Eric O'Grady Ant-Man, there's no accessories except for the Build-A-Figure, which is the leg in this case. So, you know, it would be nice to get some accessories with this guy, but, you know, we still get a really good figure that the articulation is great, works really well, and just really looks good. I just really enjoy this figure. It's probably, in fact, it's definitely, I would say, my favorite of those three figures, just to form a personal opinion there. So there you go, Marvel Legends Ultron Wave Giant Man figure. I think it's a very good figure. You know, if you want to add to your comic book versions, I would say definitely pick this guy up. This figure doesn't seem to be too hard to find from what I've seen. The movie version of Ant-Man is the one I haven't seen as much. I was glad to finally find that one. But all the other figures in the wave have been fairly easy to find, I think. So I would say definitely pick this guy up, especially if you want the more comic book versions of these characters. And it's Hank Pym. It's like, you know, original Ant-Man. You gotta have the original Hank Pym. So get this guy. Definitely recommend him. Hope you enjoyed this review. Usual, you know, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the videos. And until my next videos, stay tuned and have a good day, guys.